What's good, everyone? Lost Rapper Live based Loli. It's the morning after Anaheim Regional, and I just thought I'd make a deck video to go with probably the tournament recorded reading. Sorry if I sound a little congested. It's allergy season, and I have really bad allergies. So there you go. There's no excuse. So I'll just go right into it, I guess. I played Undine Water, for those of you who are not reading the tournament report, and to be honest, you should read it because I'm going to go through my deck pretty quickly. So there you go. Start. Here's the Mermail lineup: 3 Megalo, 2 Spike, 3 Windy, and then finally the 2 Tias. A lot of people say they don't play Tias in Gen X Water. They have Undine Undine Water. I don't care. Just because you're playing Gen X Undine or Undine does not mean that Tias is suddenly a bad card. Tias is actually a fantastic card. Tias should be played. It's just too good not to be played. So then I played 2 Gen X Undine and 2 Gen X Controller. The reason why I only opted to play 2 Gen X Undine is because I took one out for an Abyss Tias. Because again, Abyss Tias, I can't stress enough, is really, really good. Then I played the 2 Controller to go with it. The thing about Undine is you can search it as Spike. So I could always search it if I needed it. I didn't need it as turn 1, like I didn't need it turn 1 like I did before Cosmo Blizzard came out. So then I have the Atlantean engine, which is 3 Atlantean marksmen, 2 Atlantean heavy infantry, 3 Atlantean dragoons, and 3 ETD to tie them in all together. Just an explanation. They're all really good cards. A lot of the Atlanteans make Undine one card out to many situations, including Abyss Gaios, which I never had to go up against, but if I did, that's probably what I'd do. So anyway, the 2 techs, technically one, actually just 1 tech, is the Gores, Emissary Darkness, and Moon Glacia. I played Moon Glacia very, very strangely. I never started it out unless I went up against Dark World, I never did. So I'd always resolve a Moon every game, or I'd try to anyway, and if I did, I won. If I didn't, I'd win some other way. And Gores is Gores, it's a level 7, so it puts in a lot of work beyond being huge. So, for spells, I played double space that turn. Game 1, there wasn't really much I wanted to space out unless I was a macro, which I only needed 2 ones, so I played 1 heavy, 1 reborn, 1 pot of avarice, 1 dark hole, 1 mind control to work with the Gen X controller, and 2 salvage. Because, like if you salvage a double diva, it's almost like you win. And if you salvage an Undine and they didn't let the Undine resolve, then you win even harder. For the 4 traps, I played 3 Abyss Sphere. Because Abyss Sphere is really good for players and it's just a really good card. And then I played 1 Spiritual Water Aura Owie because I really wanted to know my opponent's hand. It works really well with Gen X Undine turn 1 because you start at 6 and they start at 5. And even though it's a neg 2, but you still I guess technically it's a neg 1 because there's some minus 1, but who cares? So this is the side deck. So for the extra deck, pretty self-explanatory. The main deck is pretty perfect in my opinion. My friend and I built it together. It's mainly my friend. He's a god of this game. Right? So we built the extra as well, but I think the extra needed more testing. And I'll explain why in a second. I'm about to sneeze, so I sneeze, I'm sorry. Played 1 Dweller. That was my only rank 4. These allergies. It does a lot of things with Dragoons, and it breaks mirror. It destroys Dark World. Assuming they don't crack you repeatedly. So, then I played the rank 2, which played 1 gotcha. I was playing 2, but I played 1 I don't anymore. And it's a good thing that I don't play 2. Because I never really went into it, to begin with. 1 Leviathan Dragon and 1 Zemains. Leviathan Dragon breaks stuff under Deep Fissure. That's the main reason why I play him. If not, then I guess he's okay. I guess I'd play him still, but he breaks things from the Deep Fissure, which is absolutely crazy, which I did many times. Because a lot of people Deep Fissure me, and I just play around it. That's it. And everyone's like, oh, I thought Deep Fissure slowed you down. I'm like, nah, not happening. So, for the rank 7s, I played 1 number 11 Big Eye and 2 Mermail Abyss Gaios. This is where I think I messed up, or my friend and I both messed up. We figured playing 2 Abyss Guys would be really good, and playing 1 Big Guy would be okay. But in actuality, in this deck, you need 2 number 11 Big Guy and 1 Mermail Abyss Guy, because you don't go into this guy very much. You'll usually end up clearing out their field rather than trying to lock down the field with like an Abyss Gaios at the end of the day with like a big squall play. So that's what I think we messed up. I needed Big Guy more than I needed Gaios, and I only made Gaios successfully. Like, I only really made a Gaios that I felt comfortable making Gaios in 1 game out of the entire event. So rank 4, or level 4, Synchro, I have Armory Arm. He worked really well with mainly Marksman, not really Mega Low. I think he could be Mega Low, but I think he's going with Marksman. For level 5s, you have 1 TG Hyper Librarian and 1 Allied Discaster. For level 6s, you have the Warren, and you have Gaia the Force of Earth to work with your mind control plays. And then for level 7, you have Gungnir and Black Rose. Finally, for level 8, you have Scrap Dragon. You might notice I'm not running Stardust, and I'm not running this one. Stardust should be self-explanatory, it's not really that good of a card anymore. And Mistworm, I never really needed it, I don't have space for it, and throughout the entire event, I do not regret running it. There you go. So side deck, my side deck, or the side deck, my friend and I both worked on it, is really techy and really ingenuity, in my opinion. So, for the monsters, 2 Raikou Lights from Country. This card is absolutely ridiculous, and it really punishes poor players. Like, you can tell if the person you're playing against is good or not if they really think about what you said, rather than just thinking, oh, it's a windy attack, or activate Deep Fissure attack, or not attack at all, next turn flip Soul Drain attack. Like, there have been so many situations where that happened yesterday, and Raikou would just put through for me. My friend has a Shiba Inu as a dog, so we just refer to it as his dog and go nuts with it. So that's it for monsters. For spells, there are only 2. There's 1 Forbidden Chalice, which is completely tech and completely random. I didn't test it, I just threw it in because I only had 14 cards for a side. And 1 Mystical Space Anchor. This card actually pulled through for me. I sat it in every game, and whenever I sat it in and resolved it, I'd win. So it was really good. People really wouldn't expect it. I thought I'd go up against a lot of Chaos Dragons too, and I wanted to do this to a Raikou, and I never ended up doing so. I did so at a locals though, but it's not like that really matters much. So then for traps, the 1-ofs, I played 1 Spiritual Water Owie to face off against like random decks and Dark Worlds. I never did them, but I saw it in sometimes. And 1 Imperial Iron Wall for Hero and Dark Worlds and Rabbit. And the level of catastrophe is Fire Fist, Rabbit, Hero, anything with a lot of like copious amounts of back row. So now the 2-ofs, I played 2 Dust Tornado, sorry. And then I played 2 Shadow Creature here. For Fire Fist, obviously, or any other deck with a lot of back row. And this was for Inzektor's, Dark Worlds, etc. And I did resolve this against an Inzektor player, and he did end up losing because it was there. And then finally, for the generics, I played 2 Torrential Tribute and 2 Mirror Force. This caught a lot of people by surprise because they were really afraid to space my stuff, so I just Torrential them and Mirror Force them and they lose. That's it. And then they start blind spacing after I did that, and I'd flip spheres. So this is actually really cool to side. I sided Torrential in against a lot of matchups. I sided Mirror Force in against a lot of matchups too, but not as many as Torrential. I only wanted to side Mirror Force in against like a matchup where I wanted to keep my field. But a lot of the time, it didn't really matter if you would have like a Windy, and I just explored next turn anyway. So that was the deck. I want to give a shout out to everyone I met there from Big Loser Bullpen. So my homeboy Nathan Christmas, his name is actually Nathan Christmas. Jim Boyce, Evan Carl, unfortunately, and all of their homies. I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Tomas Lagos, who actually drove me to the event, and he was high throughout most of the event. He actually did pretty well in the first few rounds, but then he scrubbed out with hundreds, no less. I want to give a shout out to my Douglas Jones team, Last Kings, Coach Mo, Dante, Vic, very much so, for helping me test the deck against Dark Worlds, because that was actually very much so needed. Lionel Sullivan, etc. And I want to give a shout out rather to everyone on DMG, Eisen, LX, all the homeboys, Aroga, etc. Not Chris Grisseru, because that guy would always, whenever I was telling him, oh, hey, I won, dude, you can just play Vanguard. So anyway, I don't know how I made that noise either. But thanks for watching, and there you go.